I'm too stupid.
I know. So
Now arriving at Yijang Town.
we have a robot, MrRobot. He is 1785 in an 1830 game. Is this console? Oops. Actually, this is perfect. No, it's not. Too far ahead. So it looks like he's playing Junkrat. What is that? Left shift and E. All right, so he's on PC. So let's see what MrRobot does.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
18-minute game. All right. What I don't like is he has no idea what the fuck is going on. Okay. All right, so he's going back. Good job. My remark about that is immediately cover the choke. So right here at this point, the Reaper's coming in. Reaper wants to reap. Put your shots on the choke point and also concussive mines. Because I'll tell you a little secret. A concussive mine right here is undodgeable in this room. In this little narrow choke point. I think if you threw it right in the center, everything in this one is going to be 5 meters.
Can I add something, bro?
You know what? Sure, Fuey. Add something.
I think he could have positioned better by positioning himself on the right and then just spamming the nades since they bounce through the doorway.
Okay.
That way he's more positioned towards his team. Even though there's a mini, the team is there. He still can get away easier.
I think that would have been the safest option. But I don't mind you shooting straight down the choke just because I didn't think a Mercy was there. I actually didn't think anyone else was there. But once it hit once, it killed someone, I was like, alright, they're probably not going to push through there. So actually, I would like going through it to just like confirm what's through the choke. Then that death, you had to run on point. Gotcha. That happens. At this point, I'm not a fan of this point. Okay, good. Trap. And, okay, good, you trapped. But you're out, so I would actually concussive mine out of here. Alright, he's going in deep. Cool. Alright, that's something. I would retrap. So the reason I was saying you should have ran at that point, alting, I guess, is another point. You can either go all in or get out and be with your team. At 60 health at that point where you're at on the map, it was very, very vulnerable from you getting flanked at any direction. And at 60 health, you can't really get into combat, so it would be best just to get some health and get out of there. So you're favoring the closed-in area, which makes sense as a Junkrat. Alright. That was very good. That wasn't, it wasn't bad. You can lead, so with, when anyone, at least when Soldier uses his ult, like, through sound, you can pretty much pinpoint where he's at. Don't be afraid to lead a corner with a concussive mine. Right now, you're probably gonna have to jump at the point. Got another host. Just Steve-O. Thank you for the auto host, my friend. You're not here, but thank you. So now that you're pushed up, you'll want to throw a trap out. Alright, okay. Don't be afraid when there's few people. Don't be afraid of just pushing up in the Reinhardt's face. He played defensive and back, and you're trying to bank shots off of his the bat behind him to hit him. You can be a lot more greedier with that trap. It's not gonna get many hits back there. As D.Va flies into it right now. She's going to do it. Oh man, she almost did it. You had the right idea. It was just she wasn't moving as fast as you thought. Yeah, that's gonna be that point. Junkrat's ult. So you could have used it before. So there's 3 primary times to use an ult, at least with Junkrat. That's before combat, in the middle of combat, and kind of like on the butt end of combat to secure either the point, because there's a lot of like. Sometimes you, even when it's like a 4v6, you will lose that because of uncalculated variables. And I like killing those variables because it makes things simpler. But the tire before combat, it has a low success rate just because they're prepared for it. Like you're gonna have to attack them, meaning they kind of get the first shot. That being said, you can use it around corners to get a lot of kills, and you can also use it to more or less scout and try to force out resources before you get to the point. The middle of the timeline is pretty much one of the strongest, and that is as they attack, usually as they rotate. If you're hidden somewhere or somewhere safe, you essentially just throw it right into them. There's very little they can do if it's well timed. If you do it a second beforehand, you're going to get it blown up and you'll probably die. If you do it a little bit afterwards, they're already going to be on top of you and you're just going to die. It's the riskiest, but it has the highest payout. And then again, after combat, or at least after the core of combat when you're pretty safe, this can force things to stagger, or this can just seal the fight. How about using Tire for a stagger mercy? Yeah, I mean, that's all within the realms of possibility. Alright, pow! So already, put shots on the door right here. You need to use creative visualization to see this doorway, and for you to arc shots right into it.
Bro?
What?
No. Can you go back to about 4 minutes and I think 50 seconds?
Fuck you. 4 minutes.
What? Where the Pharah flanks and kills him. Remember?
Yeah. Should be right about after this.
I think kind of made a little bit of a positioning awareness issue.
So,
he knew the Pharah was flanking through the back right? He was lobbing shots up there trying to hit her. Like right here. See, he sees the Pharah go that way.
The problem
shots
is
but looks away though.
You can't confirm that. It's one of those things you're taking a guess. Because here's the thing, that Pharah could have went straight up here, and as he rotated out, because she was rotating in,
he should be moving away from the door, at least moving away from those 2 open areas where she can come from, and should at least be a little bit more aware of that. Because the Pharah getting 2 people. No,
I get you. So the thing is right here, if he stayed there, he could have killed Pharah before she got anything off. It's one of those times where you gotta go all in, one or either way, and he played the middle ground. Yeah, he played the middle ground, and so he's in a rough spot. Like you're saying, he should have been over here on this side,
just a little bit farther away.
And
if he was trying to play safe.
But I think, yeah, correct. But I think also being this far over, like being directly under the window works as well. Because that's actually one of the vulnerabilities of high ground, is directly below your feet.
You're just smack dab in the middle.
Right, yeah.
He's in the middle spot for either place, because the Pharah
right.
will shoot through.
It's one of those times where if you play the middle ground, you're going to lose.
That's all.
Yeah.
First round lost.
Let's go back to this. Fuey sounds sad. Yeah, Fuey's sad.
Excuse me, you wanted professionalism.
Hey, I just wanted you not to be a jerk.
What?
So that trap, again, is a little bit defensive. As soon as... Oh, and it gets them. Okay. Remember, Concussive Mine does have a larger range than Genji's Deflect. So you could have threw it up here and killed him. So there's like a trap I was kind of expecting. Perfect. Concussive Mine, yep. Alright. Get another trap out. But I like this position he's in. He went to one side. That was good. So as they were coming through this door, like, remember, they're not seeing the room like you are. They're seeing it like this. And you were chilling over here, and you're getting good shots off there. So that's great. You're blocking line of sight. Yeah. You're doing far better on this one already. Alright, and now we can play the choke. Now this would be a good time to ult, actually. If you can hide and get an ult off. Yes, over into the window. Perfect. Alright, good. Without their main tank, Push is probably dead. Watch for the support. Yep. Now you're in the middle of combat. Careful, the Reaper right up there. Kill him. Concussive Mine. I will say this, you hold, I don't mind you being reserved with your resources. Primarily with your Concussive Mine. You can use it a little bit more liberally now. Now that we got two of them. You can push out ahead a little. Okay. Definitely get the fuck out of there. Throw a mine through the window is actually a good spot right there. You actually did. You did a surprising amount of damage with that death. Yeah, so that's where I would say use your Concussive Mine a little bit more liberally. You could have damaged them beforehand, kind of messed up their flanks, at least scared the shit out of a couple of them, because they would have flung them off the edge a little bit. Alright, you got one pick. Mercy's probably going to go res it. So tire. Perfect. And you should definitely get this point. Okay. And this is one thing I don't like about you've been doing so far is that you kind of stay on the point. All right, now you're getting shots out in the field. So you have to, again, you have to realize the door is right here. And you can really see it because of the vent above it. It kind of gives it away. And you need to be lobbing stuff onto this choke point. Which you do right there. Now you're on the middle of the point, so whenever you're here, be careful. This map is actually designed really well for Junkrat, because if you're actually outside on the balcony over here, there's two windows, and the windows line up with these two doors. So if you really wanted to put fire on the choke points, you could have done it. You can do it from outside if you're that worried. Ults. Nice attempt at a save. Alright, you gotta pick again. Look for the dead body with the tire, and you can probably get a mercy pick. Perfect. Fucking perfect. And I'm assuming pretty much anyone under... Actually, I don't even say that. I think even Grandmaster Mercies would fall for that. Careful of the boop. Another place you can attack from here is this windowsill. It's like this. Trying to do 3D. Windowsills like that. That's the frame of it. You can bounce it off the top and get it onto the point. Alright, get on the point. Shot. Again, throw a trap maybe where they're going to run down, because everyone's going to run on the point right now. Okay, okay. And another place to jump is you can jump straight in the battle by concussive mining there.
Unicorn.
What's up?
I think I found something.
Alright, let's hear it.
I think he's been using mine too early. Every time I see mine, it tends to be without, like, nade damage. And the mine won't generally, like, for a hero that hasn't taken damage, it's not going to kill them.
Correct.
And then if you both bounce up, it's going to be hard for you to hit them in the air. But I like the Reaper a lot. A lot of the times, he's just mining and not nading and then mining. I like ability use just a little bit too early. Needs to get a good combo off.
I get that.
Confirm the kills.
So, in an ideal world, I would agree with you. At this SR, I actually, pretty much below 4K, I wouldn't expect most Junkrats to constantly pull off, like, landing it. Because if you can land your shots with Junkrat, you're golden. Like, as far as the character's concerned.
I think he just needs to try to land the shots, though, at least.
Right, but I don't mind him zoning the Reaper. Because if the Reaper gets close to him, he's pretty much toast. And
that's bad habits, though.
I don't think so, man. If something's in your face as a Junkrat, I'm cool with knocking it away. Like, it's not... That concussive mine alone, I wouldn't say is a bad habit. All he has to do is add in a shot for it, and then you're fine. But creating and keeping that space is primo.
That's a lot of the times, though, they're close enough to where you should take at least a shot.
Right, but I assume that he's going to be taking the shot.
I'm just saying something to improve on.
It's usually the Reaper in this game, because the Reaper's getting in his face. That was a good shot. But no, I don't mind liberal usage. Resource usage. I don't mind that at all. So like that soldier kill or the soldier death, like yeah, he could have tried to hit the guy once, and I think he did, but he just wanted the turn, try to zone him, because he was ulting and then be done with it. I don't see it as a bad thing right now.
I just think it's something to improve on, because the thing is, your character has the potential to get a confirmed kill.
It is, but
it's pretty important because it's going to make it harder for him to actually aim once they're in the air.
True and not true. It is harder to hit people in the air, but you kind of gotta develop that skill. More importantly is you need to get damage out there as Junkrat. When someone's at half health or lower, they play differently. So like he's doing really good right here. Yeah, he didn't really confirm a lot of kills with it, but he's outputting a shit ton of damage and he's keeping them at bay.
He's using it a lot for displacement, but
that's fine. Yeah, but that's fine.
But like almost exclusively for displacement.
I think it's just because he's never had the chance to kill confirm. Like I said, actually, I really like this tire. This is one of those mid tires. Kill it. Yeah, good. It looks like your team took too many losses before you get the tire off. But no, the combo comes with time. Yes, it is a big element of Junkrat is the assassin. Like, just to being able to wipe someone out instantly. I will say this is... Ooh. Yeah, he's just...
Like, that was good with the Rhine.
Yeah, he's... The problem is he's just missing his shots, so...
I'm saying it's worth it to try that.
No, I get ya. I just try not to focus on small little details when there's bigger issues at hand.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I value ability usage a lot. Especially when you're not more mechanical characters.
Oh, he's above you. Yep. So that one, I think he played fine. Yeah. The McCree was on the edge, so I don't think there was a... You would have to have been in the room to actually not get shot. Perfect. Yep. Oh, good turn. There you go. This is all pretty much spot on. Yeah, it looks like his first reaction whenever he gets scared by something is concussive mine it. That's fine. That was almost a really good long-range one. You missed the health pack. Okay, now you picked it. That was just a missed concussive mine there. Good trap. Alright, right there would have been a good time to throw a concussive mine out. You landed a shot and you had it available. Alright. Okay, a lot of these are just very minor, like, it's just getting more comfortable with the weapon. So some of these concussive mines are getting, destroyed too soon or too late. You're kind of missing the target. Those shots were really good. Oh, that was a game-winning ult there. Shit. Yeah, at this point, unless you're... Yeah. There's just no way a Junkrat can pull back from that. So I noticed that, how can I put it? You're shooting at a lot of open ground. And when I shoot at a lot of, essentially, I aim based on walls. So, you can shoot straight down here. But what I like shooting at is something like this, and it would be this. So essentially, there's this wall right here. And essentially, if anyone's behind this wall and I shoot here, they have or actually both of these, they have very, very low time to actually see my projectile and dodge it. So I'll get a lot more hit success from that. Also, people like to hold cover. Same thing on this side. Anyone coming up the staircase is going to have a very high chance of getting hit by something like this, because until it goes past this wall, they have no visibility on it. They have a very, very high chance. And if we go back... Yeah. So, the same can be said right here, because that's that center pillar. There's this wall right here. So the good spots to hit. The nice thing about this is that this wall is curved. So if you hit the... like, it would be a far shot, but you could bank it that way, and that has a high % chance of hitting someone, because someone over here is not going to be looking behind them. But right here is a really, really good spot to shoot. And in fact, I think your last death is when you got a lot of shots on that specific point. We'll see how this turns out, and then we'll go back and look at it. Going for the Mercy. But no one was on point. And let's go back. That's... is that good trap? That's where you needed the... as soon as you see a confirmed hit going with the primary, you can definitely follow it up with a concussive mine. I think this is where you get 2 or something good kills. So, like, I would start looking right here. Yeah, you do have the Lucio right in front of you. Man, even farther back than this? So yeah, I'd be looking right here. This is like a perfect lane to shoot down. And then this lane too. Yep. And then the whole big bang happens. So yeah, look for these lanes that happen naturally. You see when you're right... yeah. So yeah, the lane right here. Also, Junkrat's projectile, if you actually go into the training, it's fucking huge. Like, if a player model is... we just do the normal square stuff. Like, Junkrat hits, like, this far away. It's quite obscene. It's incredibly obscene. But overall, it wasn't bad. He loses it. No one's on point. Does he play the game? Doesn't even. So the big one, I would say your accuracy is a little bit rough with Junkrat. That'll come with time. What was he? 1785. Okay, yeah. Fine, you're fine on that. Your positioning. Junkrat, at least the way I play him, I can't speak for everyone. You want to hold really close or actually farther away. It's this middle ground where Junkrat is very, very weak. Like, incredibly weak. Because this is the point where, like, people can actively dodge you. And at this point, there's so much time that if they see it coming, they're going to dodge. But at very long ranges, they are usually not paying attention to you, or you're shelling an area to the point where your team is keeping them busy, and it's too much to worry about for them. Close up, they can't dodge actively, and you got your concussive mine, so you can essentially delete someone. I see you holding mid-ground a significant amount of time, and I've seen you in open ground too a lot. Open ground is fucking terrifying as a Junkrat, as far as I'm concerned. If you're in the middle of a point and there's nothing around you, find a wall. Like, stick to a wall, stick to a side, stick to some type of cover. Open ground is terrifying as a Junkrat. It's where you're at your weakest. So avoid that. That's a big thing about position. Logistics. So your trap, just trap more. as always, is what I tell everyone. And the main thing is if you're going to rush in and then rush out, always trap where you were the farthest in at. If you're trying to set up something sneaky, then look for corners and sides of walls and stuff like that. But definitely try to get them as they come in. If you know someone, like it's bad to play against the player, not the hero. But you do have to take player habits into account. So if you notice a player is constantly flanking, then yeah, you can definitely put it on a flank maybe behind you. But most of the time, you want it in front of you for people to get hit there. More importantly than anything is just trapping more. Just understanding where it works and where it doesn't. You can listen to me all you want. Until you start doing it, you won't actually pick it up. You won't internalize it. Your concussive usage is good, but just the accuracy is rough, and that comes with time. I'd expect that of a 1700 level player, is just knowing when to detonate it before or after. But also the big one is if you see a primary going to hit someone, or you just believe, like, you're like, all right, I think that shot's going to get hit. As you play more and more and more, you'll start understanding when a shot's going to hit, when it's going to miss. If it's going to hit, immediately throw it up with a concussive mine. Immediately. Just go for it. Because being able to delete someone is Junkrat's more or less forte. Another one is, and it was kind of the first one, if someone's trying to call your bluff on you holding a choke point, fill that choke point with so much damage they can't. Everyone knows that Junkrat's good at choke points in small areas, but the problem is some people will still try to call your bluff, and if they do, you have to punish them for that. So I'm just thinking of that when that Reaper attacked the left flank on the first round. Essentially, as soon as he went in that small area, you just put so much goddamn damage in there that he doesn't want to be there anymore. So you shot down once, but you need to shoot once, throw a concussive mine, and keep on shooting as you're falling back or falling to a side. Each side has its advantages in the case that you were at. The health pack was to the left. There was a health pack to the retreat of you, to the behind you, and your team was to your right. And as a Reaper, like, distance will assist you, right? He doesn't want to have long distance stuff. Information, I don't think there's any big information ones that you kind of messed up. Oh, actually, yeah. So you want to use the proper tool for the job. So if they're at long, like, if they give you space, if this is the point and the enemy's over here, then attack them at long range. Like, if they're in the middle here, then alright, you can attack them middle range or wait till they get close range. But most of the time you want to fall back to cover and keep the long damage on. This was the second round, the round you guys won. Every time you took the point, you just stayed on point, and you didn't put up forward trap, you didn't put up forward concussive mines, and most notably, you didn't even put damage out there. Like, you didn't even shoot long range. You need to punish any sort of distance the enemy covers, and that applies to all classes. That's just like an Overwatch concept. Any distance they have to cover, make them pay for it. Put damage on the shield, make them use resources, just make them come to the battle with as little as possible. But if you let them walk up to your front door, then they're going to be incredible. Like, they're going to have everything they have. You're not making the game that difficult for them, and that's the point. You're trying to make them work as hard as they can for that point. I think that would be it. If I had one thing to say, just like one thing to work on, is sticking to cover and abusing close range damage, or sticking to cover and abusing long range damage. Avoid the middle ground. I can't emphasize that enough, is avoiding the middle ground. Do you have anything, Fuey? You got anything, huh? Any words of wisdom?
Yeah.
What is it?
Why do you start from the top and go to the bottom? A food pyramid should be the bottom with your important parts, and then you go up.
It is, but I always talk about it top down. Information is the most important, and that's why it's the base. But when I talk about stuff, I talk top down. Because at the same time, is that action is so... It's It's important. Too many times do we get in this phase where we look at decisions, which is like position, logistics, information. These are all decisions, and we forget about just raw skill. And the point is raw skill it's at the top because it is the most important, but it's needs to be founded correctly. And I want to work on the foundations rather than just action.
See, because the thing I was thinking, what you said is right, but because I come from a semi-mobile background, I tend to value abilities a lot, right?
Okay.
Abilities, cooldowns,
Yeah,
times.
yeah, that'd be here. Yeah.
There was a couple of times I actually saw where he would throw out the trap, have it like, I don't know, a spot where they would go normally. Then later, when there's nothing going on really, but he thinks someone's coming, he would reposition it again.
Yeah, he had
That's
barely odds trap usage.
that's kind of like, it's not a good thing. That's something that you might do badly with Torbs if you keep repositioning the turret over and over again. It's never going to get anything done.
Right. No, and that's what this comment was about right here, which was whenever you push up as Junkrat, and also this comment is whenever they give you space, is you want to push up and throw a trap at your, like whenever as far as you could push up, that's where you want to throw your first trap. He was doing that where he's throwing stuff in weird positions behind him. A lot of his traps were actually behind him more than anything. Yeah, he just needs to push up and use a trap and then fall back.
Yep.
But I agree with you. But they were odd. That being said, and then yes, someone says the stupid trap comment in chat. Yeah. The Numbody stupid trap, that's a very special case. But it is a very forward trap. It's just incredibly dumb. Alright. If time. How long is this? Okay.